So it's very custom, and it really does give faster results. And at the end of the day, you can see the business outcomes here on the right that I put. Faster discovery results, more diverse options discovered. So if I can get more options at a successful drug within the amount of time that I'm paying to partner with Abcellera, that is better for me as a pharmaceutical company. Higher success rate, lower costs, all good things for a company to explore more different kinds of drug discovery and why they would want to partner with Abcellera, and a continuing growing partnership and pipeline. And that's really what I'm looking for to see this company grow and measure their success, because it's going to take time for drugs to get through clinical trials. You can't measure it right off the bat on the royalties that they'll be getting, but you have to measure it by the milestone payments, as well as are they getting more and more drug discovery partnerships and more pharmaceutical companies to want to work with them, right? So in a nutshell, I know this is a very technical stock, but they help search, decode, and analyze the natural immune system to find the antibodies that our partners can develop into drugs that improve health. So this is a more natural method of creating drugs to solve disease and prevent disease. So this is the bold vision that they stated just in another way. And what I really like is that they focus on decades to come. So it says here to build the world's most technologically advanced antibody drug discovery engine, defining the state of art for the industry, not just today, but for decades to come. So some key words that you got to pay attention to in a vision statement or a mission statement: most advanced. We want to see here discovery engine, and it's really like an operating system at this point with the full stack of AI that they have for the full process. Once again, very similar to Palantir. And I think that's one of the reasons why Peter Thiel joined the board and owns 4% of the company. And then the long-term vision, not the short-term. And they have no debt, and they have almost $800 million of cash, and they're not burning through cash very quickly. So that gives me confidence that they can achieve that vision and continue to operate and not have to worry about more funding to stay open for this research. So we want to pay attention to what they're saying the key measurements are for them: expanding their capabilities, building capacity at scale, and extending their commercial reach. So these are the key growth strategies and objectives they want you to measure their stock and their company as. So are they increasing programs under contract, which they definitely are exponentially for the last 3 quarters? And I mentioned that earlier. That's what we're going to focus on looking at. Do they have more integration of their tech stack? Which the answer is yes, which we saw that earlier. And we hope to continue to see more vertical integration, and which produces higher gross margins. Are they scaling their teams, adding facilities, and scaling partnerships and contracts with pharmaceutical companies? Are they furthering their technology in a differentiation against other things? If you know anything about Peter Thiel from his book From Zero to One, he talks about nothing can be a monopoly unless it's 10 to 20x better than everything else in its field. And so if he's betting on this and he's on the board of directors, that gives me a lot of confidence that maybe this platform could be just that. And improving speed and increasing the predictive power to get results faster. That's ultimately the biggest thing with drug discovery, is identifying if something's going to work or not in a quick and low cost manner. So they already have one of these facilities open. And then there's another campus that will be opening up in 2024. And so they're saying that they're, adding more facilities for more talent. They've grown their employee base 3x in the last 3 years. So they're up to, I think, almost 300 employees, which is very encouraging. And as you can see here, I call it BAMland, the most broadly used COVID-19 antibody in the world. And so Eli Lilly partnered with them on this. They recently transitioned to a combination with this and another antibody therapy for covering mixed variants, and they're still working through all of that. This is one of the long-term solutions for COVID-19 that they're working on, LYCOV1404. Basically, it helps neutralize all of the circulating variant strains in vivo. So you can also administer it as a injection opposed to an infusion. Right now, with a lot of the antibody monoclonal therapies, you have to have a drug infusion into the bloodstream. And with this would actually be an injection, very similar to, a needle from a vaccine per se. You can see they have a diverse portfolio that already covers a lot of different therapeutic areas, including oncology, pain, allergic inflammation, women's health. Over 138 during Q2 they were up to that were under contract. And so they have a lot of new targets that they're going after, and they really focus too on the most challenging high value targets that no one's paying attention for any kind of resolution for any virus or disease, that they're just too difficult to solve for. So one, that's very encouraging that they're willing to focus on that or make that a priority. And so we can solve these most difficult, viruses and diseases to help people live longer lives. And then, of course, we have the other standard targets as well that they're working with partners on for new therapeutic drugs. And so they say it right here. Once again, our platform is an operating system designed to support many next-gen modalities, including, and so you can see all of these different types of antibodies and therapies and different options to solve for drug discovery for these viruses and diseases. So I like that I see the word platform, and I like the word I see operating system, very similar to Palantir, and I like to see next generation modalities, right? So future generation solutions and future proofing how to solve for diseases that we don't have cures for right now. So during Q2 of 2021, they actually had 115 of their 138 programs under contract with downstream participation. That means that they're already starting to work through with the drug companies to get through the spectrum of what drug development firms do, right? So through downstream participation, they're working together collaboratively to start executing on working to getting these to clinical trials. And you can see here we have 46 programs that are with private and small cap biotech firms, so much smaller ones that people are ignoring. You have 40 programs with mid and large cap biotech, and then 24 with global pharma, and 5 with other industries. So really a lot of optionality, a lot of capabilities here that it's not focused in one specific area. And it once again reminds me a lot of Palantir Foundry and how they're working in so many different industries on data analysis and solving decision-making with data. This is just a different form with solving disease for antibodies. So I like to see all the correlations there. And of course, I think that may be why Peter's so interested in this company. So we have here the antibody discovery tech stack. They have the expansion into their new GMP manufacturing facility, which comes out live 2024. So I believe that will allow them to start creating their own drugs as well. And then we have their partner development, which is really helping partners develop their drugs across the different stages. And then they get the royalties for the commercial sale. So I like this vertical integration, forward-thinking business model that has a lot of optionality, and it's only a $4 billion market cap stock. It's just crazy how small it is. And right now its all-time high was $46 and it was down to $13.13 today. That just is a great opportunity, right? It's been in that $14, $13 range for a couple of months now. Good time to look at it. So we can see their business models once again around creating and capturing value with different pieces of the business model, right? They get royalties and milestone payments. They also get the option to invest in companies if they don't have enough money to pay them for the process and doing drug discovery together. And then equity or equity-like partnerships as well with some of the larger companies. So overall, this just screams optionality and long-term residual rewards, kind of like software as a service, right? It's kind of like reoccurring revenues they're getting when they talk about royalties for these drugs. They want to be the central operating system for innovation for drug discovery. So you can see here Abcellera at the center of it all. And then you can see their types of deal types in their business model, their partner types, and how that expands into the different modalities and different drugs and areas of therapy. This is a wide spectrum of things ranging from, cardiovascular to pain to oncology. This breeds a lot of optionality for a lot of success in the future for different drugs. And really, this innovation is to get the business outcomes that every drug discovery company wants. Faster results to discover the drug, more efficiency, and more cost effectiveness, which really those two go hand in hand for a better ROI to work with Abcellera over any other company. So we're going to stop here and we're going to go and review in our next video the 5P review to see if it scores 5 out of 5 or where it falls in that spectrum for investability. And I have a feeling it's going to do pretty well because it is in my top 10 holdings. So you can see we covered a lot of ground in this video today around Abcellera, from their business model to what separates them when it talk about their AI software Celium and distinguishing different combinations of genes to create antibody therapies. We also talked about the optionality they have and wanting to be a platform and a core operating system for drug discovery companies for faster results that deliver lower costs. Overall, I like what I've seen so far. In our next video, we're going to go over the 5P review and see where it scores. So until then, thanks for watching. And remember, it's never too late to start dominating your investments. And I appreciate if you can hit the subscribe button so we can give more content for you guys and you're notified when my new videos come out.